Welcome back, everybody, to Dank's Gaming and Video channel. First off, let's start off with the like, the subscribe, flick on those notifications so you don't miss the next video or live stream. Usually stream live about twice a week. But today, with this video, what we have is a guide for the Bladedancer Rogue from about level 11 through to 19. I was shooting for 20 in the live stream. I started a little late. It got late. I work a full-time job, so I had to cut it a little early, but we got from level 11 through to 19, and we'll go through every level, where we should put the points, and what moves you should have, and different variants you should take. So let's get to the video. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I completely forget where we left off. And here we go. Again, thank you everybody for coming by, checking out the videos, live streams, the shorts, whatever it is. Thank you so much for the support. It really is appreciated. So here with Bladedancer Rogue, who's going to be a blade dancer, we're starting off in this session at level 11, and we're going to work our way through. So we're literally just starting off here, and we're going to feel it out because, again, it's been a little bit since I streamed this, so I was figuring out which moves I had where and remembering the controls, because the Q, W, E, R for the abilities is still throwing me for a little bit of a loop, but I do enjoy the mechanic overall. So again, we're going to get into this. We're going to run Puncture for the main point as your basic attack, Shuriken for a ranged attack, and don't forget to throw those shifts in there. The shift is fantastic, and if you need some defensive capabilities, drop the smoke, increases your dodge by quite a bit, and that decoy is awesome because it draws all the aggro and attention to it, as you can see here. Explodes and does some really great AoE. So it's good to drop into the shadow so you don't get hit. And then you can back out with that shift and let that decoy do its work. Man, there's things everywhere. Okay, so with the Shuriken here, we're trying to burn them all down as quick as we can. At this point, we are starting to see some of the bleed effects stack up and increase the damage. This build with the Bladedancer, I find, is about the bleed and the speed. So as long as you have really good speed, agility in the decks, the modifiers from your abilities are really going to ramp up the bleed damage and the damage over time effects. So we just popped level 12 there. We're going to jump in here, and now what we're going to do is we're going to continue our rogue points because we're not ready to switch over to the next mastery yet, which again in this game, once you choose your mastery, that is it. There's no going back and changing it. So you better do a little bit of research and figure out what you want to do. You can always put some points into everywhere, but I highly recommend following a build guide such as this one, which I'm using maxroll.gg as my baseline. So if you want to just go right there, again, we're not affiliated in any way, but if you want to just go right there and use their guides, by all means. But we are using this in the stream and these videos, and we're going to test it out as we go along, and so far we've had really great success. So putting it into agility, I did jump the gun a little bit in taking the dual wield weapons before I think the build guide was supposed to, but it's not that big of a deal. Plus the dual weapons does increase your damage by quite a bit. Okay, so now I have one more. So yeah, find guardsman. Whoa. Get out of here. Which I did. I found this game. Absolutely love it. Throwing some Shurikens. We're just about to pop level 13. Here we go. Finish off the mobs. Take these guys out. I kind of forget about this guy for a second, but I run over and take him out with some punctures. So now, again, we're going to try to get on this as quick as I can. There are definitely a few times during this that I got the level, acknowledged the level, and just kept playing without putting the points in. So I suggest as soon as you see the levels go, put those points in right away. Also give yourself time to refer to your guides if you need to, or to go back on any reference material you may need. Again, this game isn't as simple as Diablo 4. It is better, in my opinion, than Diablo 4, and it's not as complicated as other games such as Path of Exile. So just keep on top of it, stick to your guides, stick to your builds, and they will have results. Again, with this, the farther you go, the more damage you see, the more survivability there is. All of it is exponential, and it all kind of compounds onto itself. And again, the farther you get, the easier I found it was getting in this session anyway. So we're here burning through some more mobs with Shuriken. I still haven't leveled up at that point yet, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. Their mechanics are so similar, but they just perfected them with Baldur's Gate 3. But that one just laid the framework. Okay. So, like, finally, I get around to putting the points where they need to go. Again, I highly recommend you just get to this as soon as you can, because sometimes those extra points are going to boost your stats or boost your abilities in a way that you might need in the next stage going forward. I found things progressed fairly quickly in this. Now here I'm pointing out that I found it was really cool that you have a shared crafting materials between your characters, and you also share the gold. So again here, finally we get into it, and I'm just finishing off agility again because I got ahead of myself with the build, but we were going to put the rest of the points in agility, max that out at 5, and then max out the next one at 5 to top your whole rogue at 20 for now. And then at that point, once we hit 20, which I believe is around level 16, right around then we start putting points into Blade Master. Not gonna lie. So this next point that we assign here is actually a bonus point that we are getting from side quests or main quests. So make sure you do all the quests that you can in all the areas, because some of them do come with passive points. Maxroll.gg does have the guides that include which side quests have passive points and which ones to focus on that will keep the build they're suggesting on track to do the most effective damage. Now this one again, this is a Bladedancer leveling build, so there will be changes at the end game once we get to top level to focus the damage and the survivability and things elsewhere. But for leveling, this is what has been determined the best for a Bladedancer Rogue. So now we've just hit level 14, so hopefully we get on this, find a nice safe spot, put the point in, and continue on with the journey. Here we go, perfect. So now we only have 1 point left to put into agility, which is giving us a plus 20% chance to induce haste on hit. And haste with any rogue in any game that I have ever seen is going to give you an advantage in some way, whether it's your movement speed, your attack speed, recovery, whatever. So now we got 1 more point. We've maxed out agility. So the next focus will be the middle tree there that you see underneath the dual wield passive point feat that we did take a little bit early, but to be honest, it didn't really affect the gameplay at this point. We're only level 14, so as soon as you can get that dual wield, I recommend you go after it. So that's where the next 3 points have to go, is there. Nice. Oh, hello. Is that some sort of shield it gives me? Now, you may have noticed dinosaurs have entered the picture. So we are now into the ancient era. This is another one of the eras that you travel in time through. So here we've just hit level 15. Now we put the points into evasion. So we're going to max out evasion. And at that point, once we're maxed out in evasion, we'll have 20 points in the rogue passive points. Then we'll be able to select our mastery of Bladedancer and then start effectively putting the points into that specialization. So now we got a little special treat for you. We're going to do the whole boss fight against Elder Panion. It's a fun little fight. I killed him way quicker with my rogue than I did with the Spellblade mage that I was messing around with. So here you go. We're going to turn the volume up on this one and you can enjoy. Don't mess with that. Okay. Okay, don't fall in that. Whatever that was bad. That was bad, okay? Get out of it, get out of it, get out of it! Wow, that was some serious effects. Okay, okay, okay. There we go, let's go. Got you, bud. We got you. Dead to rights. Got you, bud. Got you, bud. Umbral Blade. Let's go.
Oh, yeah!
For shame. That was a fun fight, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, it was way easier with this Bladedancer Rogue than the Spellblade Mage. Maybe that's because I was a little more focused on my tree building and my passive points. But here, now we've selected Bladedancer. We get Dancing Strikes, which is fantastic. And we have already unlocked Umbral Blades. I didn't know if you caught that or not at the end of the fight when we hit level 16. So now we're going to change out some stuff. So here we have to respec. We're going to get rid of Puncture. And we're going to replace that with the Umbral Blades. You'll see how much more effective that is coming forward, and the different expansions and the different things that it can do and the different effects that it can imbue upon your enemies. So we'll switch these out. These are the skills and specializations. And once you do respec, it will drop your minimum points down. It'll drop you down to the minimum points, which I believe at this point is 4. So we might be at 6 right now. So we technically lose 2 points, but there's always a price to pay for something, right? So we're going to switch out the Umbral Blades. Right now, I'm just checking out my build guide to see what to do. And we will change that out. And I believe we also take Shuriken out on our skill sets down below to actually use it. We haven't invested any skill specialization points into Shuriken yet, so there's no loss there. You see, we don't get the next one until level 20. So that was the goal tonight. We only made it to 19. Really, 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 really close to 20. But I digress. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Okay, so here we finalized the specialization respec, and I was incorrect. It's actually only 3 at this point, at this low of a level. But now we have the points to put into Umbral Blades, and we're going to put those in the designated spot according to the guide. So right now, I do believe that is going to be... Well, I can't recall off the top of my head, so hopefully we'll over here. Dawnfall, that's right. And it's only 1 point, and then 1 point into Sword Thrower. And then I do believe we go down, because it's a 3 point, yeah, Sword Thrower. And there's one that imbues, I believe it's called Shadow Blades. Yeah, and it's a very effective weapon with the extra abilities attached to it. So get those Umbral Blades as quick as you can. Get those daggers. And get those points. Again, stick to a guide. Do a little research with this game. It's going to make a big, big, big difference in your gameplay and your survivability down the road. So this, right now, we will have put the final points into Evasion. So that's 20 points into the Rogue passives. So at this point, we are done with the Rogue passives. And the next few levels, we will be putting them directly into Bladedancer. So down below, you can see we've switched out Puncture. We got Umbral Blades in there now. And we also took out Shurikens and put in, I believe it's called Blade Walk. It is a wicked attack. They kind of dance around and jump around, and it's a high movement
Umbral Blade,
attack
a
that
big focus is getting
I haven't seen much damage get done, so it also is a very good evading maneuver, should I say. I also thought this was a very cool cutscene. So again, with myself with these games, I always let them play through. I always want to check them out. To each their own.
If they devoted themselves to despair, would it welcome them? A form of hope. Desperate, worthless in the end.
Scenes. Here now, we are almost level 17. So we're nearing the end of our journey for this one. Because again, we're going to max out at 19 for this session. It was getting way too late for myself. Still work a full-time job. So here, again, we've hit one of these shrines. This one had a bunch of shards in it. Again, hit all those that you can. They're going to only benefit you and any of your other altar characters you want to use. Now we've hit level 17, and we've got to assign the points now.
Is the music too loud? Like, is the game volume too loud? I was probably just mumbling there.
So there, I just thought that was a very cool little shot of how much deadlier this character has become in just a few short levels. Now we're putting our first points into Bladedancer. Again, stick to the guide, and you're only going to find success. This game, again, isn't overly difficult. Just a little bit of attention to detail, and you will enjoy this action RPG immensely. It's a dungeon crawler, hack and slash kind of game. Again, right down my alley personally as a Diablo fan. Here, we're going to put our points into Pursuit. So again, if you're looking for it, it is called Pursuit. And I believe we maxed that one out. I'll have to double check max roll. But to each their own. But here now, we've just hit level 18. Get through these gross spiders. Personally, I hate spiders. Not a fan. I will absolutely go get my wife if I need to take care of spiders. Anything else, I will take care of. So thankfully, this is a video game. Even playing this, rewatching this, editing this, they give me the heebie-jeebies. But again, I digress. And we need to assign points. I was also quite mesmerized at how the blades just stand in place now. Again, these are those skill specialization points. Every one has a vast effect on the skill that you have, whether it be boosting buffs, adding dots, changing the dynamics, or even the type of damage that it delivers. You'll see that a lot with the Rune Master or a Spellblade Mage. So here, now, we were looking at our shift points, because we do have some to put aside. Again, these build guides have everything from your skill specializations to your passive points. I can't stress enough. Use a guide. Have an alt to mess around with. Maybe you'll find a few things that combine and work a little better, and you can respec down the road. But these baseline guides, and again, tutorials like this and full walkthroughs, they do help. They really do. So if this video helps you in any way, shape, or form, I'm glad. If there's anything that we might be able to improve upon, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Always love to have dialogue with viewers and chat during live streams. Again, we live stream usually twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. So please, if you haven't, come check us out. So now again, we're burning through these mobs. The ability to take out large groups with this rogue only increases with the levels. The Umbral Blades do a lot of damage. The decoy only gets more strong. So again, pop the points in Pursuit, and we carry on. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. We did hit level 19. It was just a bunch of quest turn-ins that got us there, so it was nothing too exciting. But here we're going to assign the last one into Pursuit. It's only going to go better from here. So check us out. We're going to be going live again probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday this week. We'll see. But please, again, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications. We'll attempt to hit level 20 through 29 on our next session. We'll go through again all the skills, the specializations. We'll unlock that third skill specialization up top there, you'll see. And again, I can only see things going up from here. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I certainly enjoy making them. This is something, I don't know, I kind of fell in love with. And for me, it's just fun. And I hope everyone out there finds something that they enjoy to do as well. So thanks again for coming by today. And I really do enjoy making all of these for everybody out there. And I appreciate all the love and support. So thanks again. Have a great day.